Heel turns. Mount Rushmore of heel turns.
And here are my top 5 heel turns.
Here's my top 5 heel picks.
Talking about the big heel turns.
Time for my best heel turns.
Stone Cold, gotta say Stone Cold. That heel turn when he created that 2-man power trip with Triple H. Oh my god. You talk about taking it over the edge. Yeah. Absolutely hilarious. So that's my third favourite heel turn.
In at number 3, these 3 are because of character building. Previously, this guy was going to be my number 1. And yeah, you have to acknowledge it. I'm going to put him in at number 3, and this is a last-minute decision, actually, to change it. But it's Roman Reigns. The Shield came in as heels. They became faces. Seth done a turn. Seth nearly made this list as well, actually. And WWE kept pushing Roman as this face. They had him with the contact lenses and sucker and suck attacks and all of this. And it just wasn't getting over. And I always said the WWE should have made Seth the high flyer that everyone would have cheered and Roman as the beast of the authority, but they didn't. And what happened? They kept trying, and it was let's go Roman, but Roman sucks at the top of everyone's chant. It just wasn't working. The guy run the Rumble. They had to send his cousin out to make him relevant, and The Rock got booed. Even go back to it. The Rock raised the hand, pointing, was like, "What is going on?" That's how bad it was. But Roman didn't work. Then one fateful SummerSlam, he comes back and he aligns himself with Paul Heyman. And 3 years later, people are still buying that glove. People are still pointing to the ones. I know it's a bit tight to say that now about the bloodline, but Roman Reigns became the man he should be when he turned heel for himself, not as a faction, but for himself, built a faction and made everyone around him relevant. He became the island of relevancy. So Roman Reigns definitely takes the third spot.
Who next? Yes. The Macho Man, Randy Savage, and the explosion of the Mega Powers. Now, yes, this is what you call a slow burn heel turn that's done well. And they really did build up to it. Yeah, and like we all seen it coming, but still the execution was great. And when he finally did get like angry, justifiably I might add, you know, it was great to see like him just attack Hogan. Him turn at him, just beat the hell out of him, you know? And that, of course, ended with WrestleMania 5 main event. The Mega Powers explode, which was also one of the greatest spectacles in wrestling. Maybe not the matchup itself, but again, the star power. Like behind that match, 2 bigger stars at the time in the company. One's flipped heel on them, so we could have that. So that has got to be considered one of the best heel turns of all time for me, personally.
My next one, the guys who inherited this, the Too Sweet symbol. I'm talking about Prince Devitt forming the Bullet Club. So he turned his back on his tag team partner Takaguchi and aligned himself with Machine Gun Carl Anderson, with Tama Tonga, and why am I blanking on the 4th member? I'm blanking on the 4th member, and that's terrible. But Prince Devitt creating the Bullet Club by turning heel, that has to be on this list. There are very, very few factions. There'll be another video about that on the channel too. Make sure you check that out. But there are very, very few factions, especially ones which are not in the mainstream WWE, that have permeated the world of wrestling as hard and for as long as Bullet Club, and it all started with Prince Devitt's heel turn.
Coming up next, talk about match I screwed up, so link into on LinkedIn. Bret the Hitman Hart, one of the best heel moves I've seen. It was a crybaby heel. Why am I always getting? And it was true. They were taking the liberties with him, and he kept doing it. He kept pushing through, and then one day he flipped out, grabbed up this commentator, draped him up, make a shout about him. Oh, that commentator was Vince McMahon. We didn't know he was the owner, but you're just going, and this is bull. When they're taking on the cage, and the way he did it was, and then also being, I'm a heel. I hate in the USA, I'm a heel, but everywhere else in the world, I'm a face. and then the audience went with it. Oh my God, who else has done that? I want to see that again. Who can recreate that? Being a good guy other places and a bad guy other places. Hasn't changed our moveset, just, and then putting together the Heart Foundation with some of the, I loved it.